Hey everyone, not sure if anybody is here yet, but if you are, hey, and if you're catching the replay, thank you so much for catching the replay. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel and turn your notifications on. I'm just doing a little bit of work and I don't anticipate being on here for long. I gotta get some stuff back. But I don't anticipate being on for that long tonight. I was gonna go on earlier, but Angel was on throughout the day, and so she's not coming on tonight because her son has a lot going on in the evenings, and so just for the summer, it just may not be her plans to go on Monday nights, but she will be going on. I think she's like 2 o'clock in the afternoons on maybe on Mondays, her regular lives, and then on Wednesday, I think she's going to be doing a members only live in the afternoon as well. But hey, everybody, welcome in. Hey, y'all. Hey, Shavana. What's up, Shavana? Hey, Miss Zelda Brown. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Mirabear. Hey, Diane. So we are going to be, Marilyn and I will be going live Wednesday afternoon. We haven't discussed or finalized what we're going to be doing, but we will be doing an afternoon live on Wednesday. So I'm excited about that. Thank you, Mirror Bear. Yes, please make sure to hit the thumbs up on your way in. So I didn't get a chance to make it yesterday for our regular Sunday live, so that's why I'm coming on today. I am a little bit tired. I was not going to come on, but I need to be consistent. And let me just let y'all know how much consistency does pay off. Let me check my data first. Let me check my data. So I've had this channel now for maybe 3 years. And very early on, I was able to get this channel monetized. But as most of you probably know and you see, I don't really post on this channel often. And with YouTube, if you don't post consistently, even if you've gotten the 4,000 hours, but it needs to be in a calendar year and you have to post at least one video within that year, and I wasn't posting anything, they will take your monetization away. And so that happened to me on this channel because I literally wasn't posting anything. So I started back posting. Let me see, and I haven't even posted an actual video. And for those of you who don't know, lives don't really pay. They don't really pay much of anything. So your actual pre-recorded videos, that's what's going to get you like money from YouTube, from your ads and things like that. But the lives don't really pay, but you can rack up hours for your lives because you need the 4,000 hours in order for, well, now they have something different. I think you can do 3,000, but you don't get the ad revenue. You can do like you can create memberships on your channel, and then you can also do the shopping, get commissions on shopping, like the different links that you put on. However, you don't necessarily get ad revenue if you don't have 4,000 watch hours. So that's the difference. But you want to make sure you get the 4,000 watch hours. So I haven't posted a video in over a year, but a live. So I started back doing the lives. It says 2 months ago. Let me look at the date. So April 17th, I posted the first. It wasn't the first live on this channel, but it was like my first live in over a year. The live before that was when I was in Hawaii, and I did a live from the beach, and that was like a year ago. It was 11 months ago. But I started back posting on April 17th, and I was able to get the channel back monetized, and solely because of the live videos that I've been doing. Now, I'm not making a lot of money off of the lives at all, but it was solely because of the live videos from April 17th up until last week that I was able to get the 4,000 watch hours again. in order to be monetized again for YouTube. So, and that's because of you guys, honestly, for just coming here and watching this channel. I appreciate you guys for supporting me on so many different journeys and things that I do. My other channel, Craftabilities, is also monetized, but and even though like I literally have 3 monetized channels, but I don't feel like I don't feel like I could like teach you how to be monetized. Like I don't like they have people who know a lot more about the process and the things to do and what works and what doesn't work. And I just don't feel like I'm qualified to do that. But I do want to say that you do have to be consistent with it. So that's why I'm here. Trying not to stop, trying not to get off the wagon again. And we will see. But I also need to let you guys know that you guys mean as much to me as a lot of you say that I mean to you. And that's another reason why I came on, because I know that some of y'all look forward to these lives, you look forward to us talking, you look forward to maybe coming up with your own goals and deciding what you're going to work on for this week. So we're going to talk a little bit about goals too. But yeah, I love y'all. My goals this week is a bling box week. So I'm just making sure everything is prepped and prepared for the boxes. And that takes a lot out of me. And so I've been up very early today, y'all. Very, very, very early today. I was up. And I actually did a day in the life. Like I'm recording. You guys can't see the camera over here, but I was recording like just things that I was doing, mostly in time lapse though, today. And I'm tired. I haven't rested. So last week I took Taylor up to school, and we left on Wednesday, and then I got back Saturday night. After leaving her there on Saturday night, she stayed with us until the very end of us actually having to leave her. But she seemed so happy. Today was her first day of class. She's doing summer classes. She's only taking 2 classes. Let me show y'all me from the first day. And of course, I have been able to get a first day of picture from her from the time she was 4 years old. And so I need the first day. So she sent me her first day, and that's her on her first day. And look at the smile on her little face. She looks so excited. She was like, Mom, are you really going to make me do a first day of school pic? And I'm like, yes, I need a first day of college. Like, of course I need one. So she sent me one. Because if she wouldn't have sent me one, I would have been there, like, waiting for her to come back from class. So she did send me one. So I'm happy about that. I did not do a good cut on, like, most of the batches of these, like, the cut was fine. But on this batch, my cut wasn't good. So I'm going to be removing some of these dots with y'all. So, yeah. But we did that, and I did not cry. You guys will be happy to know that I did not cry. I did not cry. Let me see if I missed something. Let me see what else came in. Hey, Miss Sharon Davenport. Hey, Nawan. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, everybody. Yes, Miss Sharon Davenport. She already knew. I had already told her. I'm like, listen, do you want to see me at your doorstep for every single thing? Like, then if you don't, then you're going to do the right thing. Then if I'm asking you for something, that's the least that you can do. And so she sent it, and she was actually smiling. I thought she was going to send me like a crabby one with her like frowned up and everything, but no. She was looking like she was actually happy. So that made me happy. It was pretty good. It was 2 full days of orientation for us. And of course, they remind you that, the kids are the adults. You may be paying for the tuition, but we don't have to talk to you. So I was like, you better put me on your list as okay to talk to. So you already know that happened. I'm like, Don't give me any problems. So we did that. Set up her dorm, and so the campus is huge, and so I'm already. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of people who are like literally allergic to the sun, and like the sun will break them out immediately. Well, I didn't put on any sunscreen or anything like that. I did not realize that like we were not going to be able to park close by, so we were in the sun all day, and so my face is literally burnt like from the sun, all like everywhere. My face is burnt up, like crispy burnt. So I had to come home and put some of my medicine and stuff on it, but it was all worth it. It was all worth it. It was all worth it. But it was a lot of walking. I told her she's gonna lose a lot of weight because she has to walk. I did not allow her to take her car with her because I was gonna let her take her. Dad didn't really want her to take her car with her. But I told her fall. I think it'll be fine for her to take her car with her. I think she just needed to get used to the campus and everything, and like that needed to be her priority. Like I don't need her worried about, you know, things that she shouldn't be worried about. Hey Nicole Reeves. Hey Stacy. Hey Neolyn. Hey everyone. Hey Robin S. Hey Miss Leslie Cash Tips. So yeah, that's kind of what we had going on, but it was pretty good. She had already like started mingling and meeting people on the first day that we were on campus. So Wednesday we went and got her ID card because the pictures that she kept sending would not like you could do the picture virtually and send it and they'll have a card ready for you. So we got there a little early so that she on Wednesday she could go and get her ID card taken, her picture taken. And so she got her ID card because you need your ID card in order to move into your dorm. And then Thursday was the first day of orientation. So we did orientation. The kids went to their colleges. Her college is the College of Health Sciences. Her plan is to be a physician. And so they had like their own thing. And the parents got a chance to go, but not with the kids. The kids did things separately. But she had already, like the first day, she had already met a group of kids that she was talking, well, young adults are not kids, I guess. Because the college kept reminding us that they're adults. Like, I don't see adults, but okay, whatever you say. So she met a group of kids, and I was really happy because she's usually super, super introverted. She's one who's just gonna sit back and watch, but she was all in. So I think she's ready. I asked her if she was excited, and she was like, she was like she didn't know if she was excited. She was just more so like ready to start and just like ready for everything that was next. And so I didn't cry. You guys will be very proud of me. I did not cry. Hey, Vera, welcome. Going into the trash. Which side? But like this, that little piece. I was gonna cut. I should have had it set up better so that it didn't. So that let's say I should have had like I should cut all of these out in one row. Excuse me. I should have had all of these cut out in one row. So that way I would have had a thicker piece, but I didn't do it that way. I should have. I should have done it that way. It's a hot mess. It's nothing cut on it, Miss Sharon Davenport. It is absolutely nothing cut on it. I should have did better. And you know I did think of that too. I did think of that. And I was like, whatever. I need to do better with my life. Thank you, Miss Sharon Davenport. So I know what was I saying? What was I saying? I forgot what the heck I was saying. I don't even remember. But yeah, so the second day of orientation, we did orientation. It was a lot of walking. We did orientation. We even ate at the dining halls that they're going to be eating in. I got her the dining pass, but I think that maybe I just wasted my money getting the dining pass because she might just want to eat like the other stuff. Like she has money to eat the other stuff, so I'm thinking that maybe I should have just not did. Thank you, Robin S. That I shouldn't have did the dining pass, but she's doing the dining pass, and Kind of. I've talked to her. I called her every single hour after I left. I called her this morning before she had to go to class. I didn't call her while she was in class, but I did call her like right after class, and she was already back at the dorm. She found her class on her own, and then when we were leaving on Saturday, I was a little bit worried because she was trying to get her TV working and she was trying to just get like a lot of other stuff going on. But I think she was ready for us to leave. But then I was all worried, and then she was just like, "Mom," she was like, "Don't worry, Mom, I'll figure it out." And when she told me that she was gonna figure it out, first of all, I didn't cry, y'all. I didn't cry at all, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I think I didn't cry. But when she told me that she would figure it out, one, she used my own words on me. Like anytime something happens, I'm like, I'll figure it out. I will. That is like my mantra. I will figure it out. Like some way it's gonna happen. Like I'll figure it out. So she was like, I'll figure it out. And when she said that, I was just like, okay, like you got this. Like you're good. And she was like, yes, don't worry, I'll figure it out. And so getting to her class, she figured out, and the campus is huge. She figured out where her class was, and so that made me happy, that she has that mindset, um, of not giving up or not relying on me to fix it for her or to find it for her or to do, because I was like, y'all already know how I was. Like I was like, I'm gonna stay until her first day, and the fact that she actually did figure it out. She actually figured it out. So I'm super, super thrilled about that. But I just wanted to let y'all know, figure it out. Figure it out. Figure it out. And sometimes it may seem impossible. Sometimes it may seem like you don't know, how you're gonna make it, how it's gonna happen. But you will figure it out. Stop and think about it. Collect your thoughts, and develop a plan and figure it out. Figure it out. She was like, oh, y'all, I'm not happy because this one. So this cut. What happened? I think too. There's a few things that happened why all my dots did not coming out of these. So this batch, I changed. Did I change the paper? Did I put new flock in? But I also think that my blade is getting a little more dull, and so it's just not cutting all the way through like the other ones. I'm not really thrilled about that. Hey, Daisy. How's this one name make it? Miss Sharon Davenport. I'm like, she does not. I'm not gonna. So I didn't cry, and so everybody. I even thought that I was gonna cry. I thought that I was gonna have like a. I thought I was just not gonna be good. I really did. And when I was there, I didn't feel sad. So I think a lot of it has to do. So some of y'all know that I have one child, and it's not by choice. And somebody rubbed me the wrong way like 2 weeks ago by saying like, "Oh, well, you wouldn't be going through this if you would have had more kids." I'm like, and I just looked, and I didn't even say anything else. I just was like, "You're right," and I just turned around and walked away because it's not my choice that I only have one kid. I wanted more. I wanted more than one kid. So it's not that that was my choice. And so y'all just be conscious of people out there. When you see people who don't have kids, or you see people who just have like one child, one child or no children, like be careful what you say to people because you just don't know what the story is, why they don't have any, and why they may just have one. Some of it could be by choice because you don't have to have kids if you don't want kids. But some people really do want kids, and some people cannot have kids. So, like, I've had miscarriages, and then literally after a miscarriage, maybe in less than a year, I was told that, yep, you're gonna have to get all your little parts removed. You're not gonna have no more kids. So it's a very, very sensitive subject to me. So sometimes, like if I'm on that type of energy, like I will go back and forth with somebody. Like you need to be careful. You shouldn't say that to anybody. You don't know how that makes people feel. But then when it's just like pointless because some people just don't get it, like I'll just be like, you know what, you're right. But please be careful. You don't know what people, you don't know. And I'm always thankful because I know people and I have friends who can't have any. And so I was able to have one. So I'm super, super thankful for that. So y'all just got to be really careful what you say to people because, uh-uh, But I didn't cry. And I think it's because I was just so thankful. I was just so thankful that I was there. Like I chose to like be in that moment, like to enjoy it because I didn't know like from the time she was born, like I've been sick. Like from before she was born, I was sick. Y'all know how myasthenia gravis. And so like I had a severe case of myasthenia gravis and I'm thankful to God every single day that it is in remission. I have not experienced any symptoms of myasthenia gravis since cancer. So I'm healed. So I had to deal with that. Like I had that going on. And then when I had her, like she was a preemie, but that was only because of me. Like she was only a preemie because I was the sick one. She has no like symptoms of anything. It was just she had to come. She was 28 weeks, and I had to have her. I was in the hospital from the time she was 23 weeks, and then I finally was able to have her at 28 weeks, and it was all because of me. So because of that, and then when she was 7, like I had from the time she was born, like there were things that I couldn't do. There were times where I couldn't hold her because I was just so weak. My arms, I couldn't hold her, or I had a nurse. I used to have a nurse that came to the house once a month to give me IVIG, and that's human antibodies to because that's what would like kickstart my immune system and help me to like have more muscle strength and energy. And so, but once per month, I had a nurse at the house with me for 5 days, and I was literally in bed, doped up on some Benadryl while they were giving me this medication to prevent any other allergic reactions to it. And so, all her life, like I prepared for her to live without me, like to be able to do stuff without me. Like I prepared her for that. So when I saw her in college and like while we were getting ready, like I was thankful to God for even being able to witness this, to see her in school, but also to see like how mature she was and how capable she was and how ready she was for this. And so I couldn't cry. And I'm still not sad. Like I came home, I've called her every hour. I mean, FaceTime was made for me. So I FaceTime her and I see that she's fine, she's happy, she's smiling, she's preparing herself for her next day, or she's letting me know that, oh, I checked my other class. She has one web-based class, and so she's like, she's checking her classes to see if she has any assignments and stuff like that. And I'm just so happy for her. Like I could not be sad, and I'm like, she's ready for this, and she's fine being away from me. Like it's me, so I'm like, I could not cry. I could not. I couldn't, and I did not feel sad. I did not feel sad, and I'm very surprised. Even she was surprised that I didn't cry. Like she was surprised that I didn't cry. But super thankful to God to even have this opportunity to even be able to see this happen. So I have nothing to be sad about. Nothing to be sad about at all. I just did a whole rampage, but I just want to remind y'all, figure it out. Figure it out. Like, don't give up. You don't have to depend on somebody else. We need to help each other? Yes, because I already told her about sharing. She already knows my philosophy of sharing. And like I told her, I said, listen, you have roommates now. This is the first time, like she's my only kid. So she pretty much has the run of the whole house. I'm confined to my craft room, and the rest of the house really, whatever she wants to do, she can do whatever. So I told her, I'm like, it's gonna be different. I said, but I want you to always share. Like, it's okay to share. And I know a lot of people was because her daddy was telling her, you don't share anything, you keep your stuff to the side, and you did. And I'm like, you just never know when somebody may need something. I said, and you share. I said, you're not sharing because of what you're gonna get back from them. I'm like, they may never ever share with you, or never ever give you anything, and that's perfectly fine because they're not the ones who is going to reward you. Like, that comes from God, and God will put it on anyone's heart to share with you. It doesn't have to be who you share with. So you can't be looking at like, oh, I'm going to share with you. Oh, I'm going to give you, you know, this bottle of water. You got to give me something back in return. That's not, no. So she's kind of like me in that way. But I just wanted to remind her because I know that there were a lot of people telling her, kind of the opposite of that. And I just don't agree with it. And so I had to let her know that I don't, you continue to be who you are. Like, you don't change. Even if somebody does something that you don't like, you still don't let them change you. So, but I'm very confident in the fact that she is going to figure it out. She's gonna figure it out. That's what she's gonna do. So I'm not really worried about her in that area. But I do want y'all to know that sometimes you just gotta figure things out. Hey, Nomi. Thank you, Stephanie. Let me scroll down. Hey, Nikki A. Hey, girl. Oh, Delonda's here. Hey, Delonda Patrice. What's up with you? What is up with you? I'm a little busted today. I'm tired. My eyes look a mess. Everything. Hey, Tamika. Hey, Judy. Hey, Miss Janita. No, that's a negative. Milo is not going anywhere. Milo does not want to be without you. You know that. You know that Milo. Milo's your dog, and you're his person. You are definitely his person. Yeah, Milo was giving me the evil eye last night. Y'all didn't see Milo giving me the evil eye. Like, he was literally staring me down through the computer screen. It was so crazy. It was so crazy. Hey, Rondria, welcome. It was so crazy. Yes. Hot mess. Hey, Jennifer. If I missed you, I'm so sorry. Thank you. Hey, Miss Ethel Smith Ames. Yes. Such a blessing. Oh, Miss Janita, do not. I cannot believe. But I was just so happy. Like, when I talked to her today, she was excited. She said she had a great first day in class. I reminded her, like, remember with your virtual classes, you got it. She was like, oh, Mom, I've already logged into it. I already have everything I need for that class. I know what's due. I was like, okay, girl, look at you. Look at you. Being so mature. Yes. I like that, Vera. Yes, with God, you gotta figure it out. You better figure it out. You like just stop. Like, don't give up. Everything can be figured out. Everything can be. So don't give up. Figure it out. And sometimes you're gonna figure it out by yourself. Sometimes you're gonna figure it out because you may need a little help from somebody, or maybe Google. Google has a lot of information. Google has a lot of information, but you can figure it out. You don't let not knowing something cause you to not do it. Because I was thinking, like, this is what I pictured, especially with her finding her first class, because the campus is humongous. I was like, I can see her in her dorm room in the corner crying because she can't figure out how to get to class. That's what I saw. And that's not the case. Like, she called me bright and early. She took the scenic route to go and to look at the trees and the nature. And I'm just like, who raised you? Whose daughter are you? Because I would have had to find an Uber to take me to the front door of the college. So she's on campus, but like each college is called, like, it's a university, but each, you know, field or each major has its own college. And so I'm like, I would have to call an Uber from the dorm. Even if I had to get on back of somebody's bike. And you take me? This Uber. That would have been me. So she's a lot better than me already in that area. Because if it was me, maybe I would have been sitting there crying, trying to figure it out. But she actually went yesterday to look for it so that she would know today. That also made me super proud. Like, okay, look at you being better than your mama already. Look at you. I love it. Because y'all, this morning, I probably would have got up right before class. And it's like at 11 o'clock, I was like, her class started at noon. At 11 o'clock, I was like, okay, let me go find out where this place is. But first, I got to stop and get breakfast. Hey, Miss Merlinda. Hey, Miss Merlinda. Let me just tell y'all about y'all. Let me tell you guys about you guys a little bit. He is good all the time. Oh, Diane. Yes. Oh, Miss Diane. Yes, don't give up. Definitely don't give up. Giving me the evil eye. The evil eye. I couldn't even believe Milo. And I'm always advocating for him. To treat me like that, that was not good. That was not good at all. Hey, Miss Nini. Miss Nini, I'm doing much better now. It's been about 5 days. Oh, thank you, Miss Sharon Davenport. But let me just tell you about you guys. So, the thought of Taylor going to college was hard for me, but I have prepared for her. I've prepared for this for her entire life, and I think that kind of also helped me do it. When she was in the NICU, like even before, like when she was in the NICU, I just had her, and I had a C-section when I had her, and so once I was in numb like that next day, and also being a myasthenic, like my muscles were already super weak, so I couldn't move around that much. I couldn't move. I didn't see her for maybe like 3 or 4 days because she was in the NICU, and of course, with babies, you can't wheel them up and down. So until I was healthy enough and strong enough to get up and go, like they still had to wheel me down because I couldn't walk. But until I was healthy enough to go see her, I didn't see her for the first few days of her life. But before I saw her, I had my laptop in the hospital with me, and this was 2005. I had my laptop in the hospital with me, and I don't know if y'all know, but back in the day, we used to do dial-up. In 2005, in the hospital, all the hospitals weren't Wi-Fi compatible, and so I had to take the cord from the phone receiver. Y'all know how you have a phone receiver. Back then, they had that when I was in the hospital this year. But they had the phone receiver, but then they also have like the remote controllers on the phone receiver, and we call the nurse from the phone receiver. Well, I unplugged my receiver and put it into the computer, and I was able to go online. And I signed her up for Florida Prepaid College before I even saw the girl. Like, I saw her when she was first born, when they came and showed her to me, and then took her away because she had to go do whatever, they had to make sure she was okay. But I signed her, like, I've been preparing for this her entire life. And so luckily she is, she was able to do really well in school and stuff. But I'm like, I think I was just waiting for this day, for this time in both of our lives. That's what I think. Hey, Linda Gray. Hey, E. Nicole and Co. Miss saying you had an Oriental salad. Do they have shrimp or is it chicken inside of it? See, this one didn't cut out, like, it's like I still have like a whole bunch of those tabs on. I really think that it was because of the settings and everything, but I will put this on the table in the other bathroom, but I don't like to put it on the table in this bathroom because it peels up the paint, which is like, So yeah, but that's all I wanted to tell you about, today about figuring it out. I was courtesy of Taylor, and don't give up. Don't give up. Anything can be figured out and worked through. Anything. So, what goals do you guys have for this week? I got some goals. Let me see what y'all goals look like, because I have some goals, and most of them require my Peloton usage. So I have two main goals. One, every day I want to do 30 minutes of my bike in the morning and 30 minutes at night. I've increased the amount of time that I use the bike. Before I was just doing, first I started off with like 15 minutes, and now I'm up to 30 minutes. You gotta love summertime. The ice cream truck comes around during this time. And the ice cream truck is playing It's a Small World. Hey, Louise. I do use the lip roller, Miss Sharon Davenport. I do sometimes, but sometimes I should use it. But it shouldn't, like, honestly, like this last batch that I did, this is the first few batches were perfect. This, it's just too much drama. Thank you, Creative Notions. Us chicken. I can't try it. I can't try the chicken oriental. That have to be shrimp. And the college had so many plant-based options to choose from too, which I thought was really good. Even though Taylor likes plant-based food, but really just because of me. Like, I think like away from me, she's not going. Because there's time where I'm eating my plant-based stuff, and she's like, "Oh, Mom, I'm gonna go to the store and get me some lamb." No. I can do without the baked meat today. That's usually what she'll say. And then sometimes she will eat it. So it just depends on what she's in the mood for. Silhouette Studio Business Edition. Awesome, Nikki. You're going to love Silhouette Studio, the Business Edition. You're going to love it. You'll be able to do so many things with it. You are going to love it. I think this summer I'm going to finally open up the Cameo that I have. I've had this Cameo for a long time. So y'all know how sometimes when you cut the templates, it has like the tabs on it? That's what happened this time. It has tabs on it. So I'm going to see how this other one did. So Nikki, what did you get it for? Did you get it like so that you can make SVG files, or like you can print from it? You can do a lot of different things with it. You can create PNGs with it. You can do a lot of different things with it. So I think it's for the price that it is. Was it still $49.99 when you got it? Hey, Donzel, was it still $49.99, or did they increase the price already? Because sometimes if you get it for $40, honestly, with it being $99.99 at the regular upgrade price, it's worth it, in my opinion. But if you get it for the $49.99, that's awesome too. That is awesome too. For 30, Nikki, how you got it for $39.99? I want to go rebuy it for $39.99. How did you get it for $39.99? Did you have like a coupon or something? Hey, Lucille. Hey, Renee. Hey, everybody. Hey, y'all. Welcome. So, yeah. This is kind of what we have planned today. I just wanted to hop on a little bit because I wanted to be consistent. I wanted to go over the goals. And the message for this week is really just to figure it out. Figure it out. Don't give up. That's the only message that I have. And sometimes that figuring it out, like you may have to get on your knees and pray for direction. Pray for God to lead your feet. in the correct direction. And sometimes figuring it out may mean that what you want or what you're planning for, what you're doing, may not necessarily be what's in God's will. So I would recommend, having those conversations with yourself and with God and figuring it out. Now, if it's something crafty, figure it out. You can figure it out. Like, try, see what what you need to know. Sometimes when we come on here and we give you like a tutorial, sometimes there's some things that you may have to figure out. Like, y'all, tonight I do want to kind of get off here soon because I'm probably not going to take a nap. I got too much stuff to do. But I need to hop on with Pro Color tonight. And so it's no telling how long I'm going to be on with them tonight because I need to take some stuff apart with the DTF printer. So that's my plan tonight, is to hop on with them and get that fixed because my other parts already came for it. So that's my plan for tonight. That's why I don't really want to sound too long. I'll probably start talking to them about 8:30, 9 o'clock. Hey, Barb. Welcome. Hatch to digitize. Somebody uses Hatch, I think. Hey, Kels. Hey, Samika. Oh, I didn't miss anybody else. Hey, anybody that I missed? Welcome. Hey, Miss Marissa. So, yeah. I kind of stick to the same thing, too. So y'all, so I recorded my day today for the most part, but I didn't record breakfast because when I was getting ready to record what I was doing for breakfast, somebody called me. Terrell called me when I was recording what I was doing for breakfast because he's trying to get like his responsibilities done for the boxes too. And so I didn't record, but I made myself breakfast this morning, and that's one of my goals for this week, is to make breakfast every morning. So the breakfast that I have, I made I had some keto thin bagels, and I did egg whites with Beyond Sausage. Beyond Sausage is so good. Like, the sausage patties are so good. So I had Beyond Sausage patties with egg whites and a little bit of vegan cheese on top. I'm not vegan. I still will eat some shrimp, but I had the vegan cheese on top. And so I cut it in half. So I had half of that for breakfast this morning, and I'm going to save the other half for tomorrow. Now, I should have put it in the freezer, but I put it in the refrigerator. I might pop it in the freezer tonight and just warm it up in the microwave in the morning. But we'll see. But I'll have the other half for tomorrow. And then for lunch, I had a salad. I had a salad with crab meat and like this garlic expression salad dressing. Y'all, it's so good. It has like garlic cloves inside. I love garlic. It has like garlic cloves inside of it. It's so delicious. So I had that. And then for my snacks today, I had some Rainier cherries. And then for dinner, I had a taco. I had a Beyond Meat taco with like yum sauce on top of it, with more vegan cheese and a little bit of lettuce and stuff. It was delicious. So, but one of my goals for this week is to make sure that I get myself a little bit of breakfast every morning. And that's my main thing. Like lunch, I'll be fine, but I always skip breakfast. So I don't want to skip breakfast. So that's one of my goals. So don't skip breakfast. I have to have breakfast every day this week, and also ride my Peloton 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes in the evening. So when we get off of here, I'm going to hop on the Peloton for 30 minutes, and then I'll come back in here and finish any other work that I need to do. Real crab. Oh, Barb, real crab meat. Just the real lump crab meat. Not, I can't do the crab with the K. I know some of y'all might do the crab with the K. It's fine. If you do the crab with the K, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But I do I do the lump crab meat. So good. It's so good. I actually had some because I was gonna make me some crab cakes, but I didn't make them. I put in my salad and it was so delicious. Wait, so Barb had tuna salad with celery and onions for supper tonight. Nice. Nice. Hey, Ernie. Where'd Yolanda go? Where she gotta be safe? Why she gotta be safe? What did she say? Okay, she has this. I stick with the same thing too. Who uses Hatch? I thought. Oh, Barb says she has Hatch 3. She uses it sometimes. This will come. Travis says awesome. Perfect. Yes, please, 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 please. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Talk to them about road rage, road safety, road etiquette, driving etiquette. Like that's all important. That's kind of like Taylor. For the most part, Taylor drives pretty decent. She does, but I just felt like in a new environment, like I didn't want her to be driving, and I'm so far away. But for the fall, I am gonna let her take her car with her. Um, during the fall, I am. She'll be fine. Hey, Blue. Blue. So I'm working right now. I'm getting like templates ready for the bling boxes, and I have to these last few cuts. So I have like 20 of these that probably cut like this, and so I have like a lot of extra dots. Not the whole thing isn't full of dots, but there are more dots than I like. Like I like when there may be like one or two holes left in. I just have to pick out and put it on the template. But in this case, I've had more than I like. And I gotta get it back going again. I've had more than I like. So yeah. But that's all I'm doing. And talking. We usually do this on Sunday, but yesterday I don't know, we had so good, and then the earlier parts of yesterday I was just like I don't know what I was doing, y'all. In the bed, moving around. I had like just a lot of stuff, calling Taylor, being a stalker mom. Like that's what I was doing. I didn't try cutting with the Cricut. I should try cut. I'm gonna try cutting this with the Cricut. They gave me like instructions to cut with the Cricut. Now with the Venture, I have cut this flock with the Venture. With the Venture, it still just needs the light cardstock setting, and it cuts it beautifully. Like it cuts it perfect. But with the Cricut, they suggest using a pressure of 330, but with one pass. So that's what they suggest. But they also want you to do it without the backing on. I don't really like cutting with the backing on. Well, they want to do it without the backing. I don't like cutting without the backing. I don't like that. Some chia breakfast pudding with unsweetened almond milk. Hey, Shay Shay. Hey, Shay Shay, Barb, that sounds good. Now, y'all know I like a little bit of sweetener in my stuff, but that sounds good. All right, just gotta go back through. So another thing is that I've been cutting this one at a time, and I could totally do more than one at a time. But I started doing it when that cut out wrong, just so that I could make sure And my sign that is cutting out right is that one of the holes, I have it double, like a double hole there. And so if that cuts the way that I need it to cut, then I know that it's fine. So I'm just making sure that the flock is gonna go through nice and smooth. Because I don't want any issues. So if you have to do repeat cuts with your machine, like I don't even have Leonardo open or anything. But if you ever have to do repeat cuts, as long as you don't change the design, you can just click the play button or the go button and it'll be fine. So when I didn't take out the solo, I haven't cut with the solo for this batch of templates. Usually I have both machines running. I would have already been done if I would have had the solo, but I just have so much stuff going on that I just stuck with the Romeo to do it. Hey, Miss Rosalind, how you enjoying your summer? It should be okay if I start with the lower level. So Hatch is an embroidery software. You can digitize your own stuff with it. That's what you can do. I'm going on to see. Those are my only goals for this week. And of course, to get this stuff out. Now, I am happy that I did record a little bit today for this channel. And then tomorrow, I'm going to record a little bit for Craftful Things. Like I have a few videos that I'm going to, I have a few videos in mind that I have written down that I'm going to do. But tomorrow, I'm just going to focus on one video in between me getting the rest of the stuff ready for the bling boxes. And I have a meeting with my accountant, too. So that's, these meetings with the accountant is not fun. It's not fun at all. I don't want to meet with them. But we're already halfway through the year. I don't want to. Oh, let's see. Barb says, what did we talk about our goals for last week? Let me know if you guys have goals. Also, this week, again, no delivery services. I made Taylor take off any delivery services that she had on her phone. I'm like, no, that's not no. You're going to go get your food. You're going to go and do what you need to do. You're going to be a responsible young adult. And that's not what we're going to be doing. So, yeah, that's her plan. So Barb says, goals met for last week was deep cleaning my embroidery and DTF area, pulled out all the machinery, cleaned and mopped the floor, changed out 60 pounds of thread, greased and oiled machines. Wow, Barb, that takes time. That takes a lot of time. That is awesome. That is awesome. This week, I feel like I'm not going to be able to do anything except the bling boxes and get this DTF back up and running. The white toner is fine, but get the DTF back up and running. So that's going to be me talking to them tonight. But I don't really want to do many goals this week, only because I know that this, like the bling boxes, that's my biggest goal is to get these out. Last week being gone, like that, ideally, like I would have most, like the templates would have already been cut. But it's fine. I only have like 20 more templates to go. And those will be finished by tomorrow. Like if I stop now, they'll be finished by tomorrow. If I keep going, I can get the rest of them cut today. So it just depends on if I'm gonna keep cutting when I'm working for the DTF purchase. Delonda. He called me this morning, and I'm just like, oh, but it got to be done. It has to be. It has to be done. So he called. He was like, you overdue, and I'm like, okay. Mm-hmm. I know. I know. He's so nice about it too. So I can't even be like grouchy with them. He's so nice about everything. So we'll see. We'll see how my mood is tomorrow night during crafts and combos. We will see. Who knows? Yeah. Miss Rosalind, under the weather as in sick or just a little under the weather? Hope you feel better. Either either way. So Vera had gold to unbox her new auto tumbler press and use two Cricut machines at one time. Is that going to be your goal, or was that your goal and did you make it? Which one? Yes, so much energy. Barb does have so much energy. She has so much stuff going on too. See, the daily goals, weekly goals always feel like they can be pushed back. They do. That they can be pushed back, and that's probably the problem. So I only have two goals this week. The bling box is okay. The bling box is my weekly goal, just to because I'm a little behind. I'm not that much behind. Like I have everything that I need for the boxes, but as far as like the prep and everything, like that's kind of why like I got up super early this morning. I've been working on this nonstop. My friend was gonna come over to help start to organize the boxes, but I told her not to come today. That she can come tomorrow because I just felt like I needed my space today so that I could go ahead and get out as much as I need to get out so that it can go. Like I like for it to kind of flow a lot better. So she'll come tomorrow, but she's gonna have to be gone by the time. Well, she doesn't have to be gone. She can keep working while I'm on the live tomorrow night. Um, so we'll see. But that's my main. That's the only thing I'm really worried about this week. And then, but my goal for every day is going to be for me to ride my Peloton 30 minutes in the morning, ride it 30 minutes at night, and then also to make breakfast because I feel like I skip breakfast and then it's just not good to skip. I don't think it's a good thing. I think I need to have breakfast at least. So that's my goal for the summer. And I'm not going to the school this week. So that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. From Martha. Let's see what he said. Oh, Miss Roslyn, I hope you feel better this week. So Martha's goal is to finish moving her craft room to the other side of the house. Nice, Martha. Are you moving into a bigger space on the other side of the house? That's what I did. I moved into a bigger space on the other side of the house. Boom. And I still have the other space. Because this space filled up too quick. Like it filled up really fast. So maybe next week that will be our goal. But I was thinking of going to visit Taylor for the 4th. This is gonna be like her first holiday away from me. And so and I'm only gonna go into because she was like, I'm gonna be here for the 4th of July. I'm like, girl, yeah, you're not gonna get any of that good food your family be cooking. You're not gonna get any ribs and baked beans and macaroni and cheese and collard greens and all that. You're not gonna be able to get that. So, but maybe I'll go up the day after and take her food, take her something. That might be That might be the plan. That might be the plan. But they actually have like grills and things in the dorm area. Well, in her dorm area they do. But what? I ain't grilling. Definitely can't be outside. You'll see what that heat did to me in my face. Really burnt me. Nice and crisp. Nice and crispy. Right, let's see. What did I miss? Okay, so that's this week's goals, Vera. Awesome. So next week, you're going to say that you made those goals. For those of you who are just coming on down, every week, usually we do this on Sunday, but occasionally we'll do it on Mondays. But we usually do it on Sundays. We kind of do a weekly recap. We have a topic. So if you guys have any topics that you want to talk about, leave the topics below in the chat, and we can talk about a different topic next week. This week it was just like figuring things out. Like, yeah. But we'll come back and we'll kind of do a recap of whether or not we met those goals, and that's it. That's kind of how these lives work. I don't anticipate working all the time over here, so I don't. Let's see. Hey, Mrs. Karen G. Sinus and plum infection. Oh, Mr. Roslyn. Sorry to hear that. I think they failed until Minnesota. Oh, that's not good, Barb. That's not good at all. Thanks, Blue. I'm feeling okay. I'm a little tired. You guys know, like sometimes like your eyes just feel super, super heavy. And I think I just need it was nonstop last week. Came from the end of the year, graduation, all this, like just a lot. But I think I'm gonna be fine. After this week, I'm gonna rest a little bit because I already have all the boxes out for the bling boxes. So I'll be able to rest a little bit. Maybe go on a quick little trip somewhere for a few days and just relax. I think that's all I really, really need. If I did weekly goals, they would still be separated by the day. Mondays goals, Tuesdays goals, etc. That would be that's ideal. I think that is ideal. Like I just purchased a planner. So I used to have planners, and then I stopped using them. But I just purchased a planner so that I could kind of say, okay, well, this is what your Monday's going to look like. This is what your Tuesday's going to look like. And I think I really, really need that so that I can stay on track. Like yesterday, I kind of wrote down what I need to do today. And I even wrote down that I was going to go this morning to get me cafe con leche. And guess what? I went and got me cafe con leche. I wrote down that I'm going to do a vlog style video for this channel. I got that going. I was able to actually go off of that and see what I needed to do. Up to I even have written down get DTF printer, talk to Pro Color, Skype with Pro Color tonight. So all of that is listed, and I think that just works better for me than to kind of say, oh, I need to do this, and then tomorrow I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I need to do this, and then it's just not really prioritizing responsibly. I don't think when I do it that way. Hey, Bobby. Welcome. Getting better. Awesome, Miss Roslyn. Martha Smaller, girl. Yeah. Yeah. So Renee says that she was talking to Delonda. She said that's what she's been doing, but in her goal journal, she put the weekly goal and put each day a must-do today goal. Yes, I think that's a good idea because it's kind of hard when you have a whole bunch of goals, and I think that goals should be based on a certain time frame. You let yourself know when you're going to get it done. And you want to be kind of specific. Like today, I was super, super, super specific. Like I wanted to be back. I wanted to go get my coffee by 7:30. I wanted to be back in the house. I wanted to be working. I wanted to be in my craft room. So when I got up this morning, the first thing I did was come back here and hit the machine so that the machine could start cutting the templates out. After I did that, then I washed up. I made breakfast before before I went and got my coffee. I made my breakfast, ate the breakfast, and then I went and got my coffee. So but I kind of followed to the T. So I think that really helped me out today because I do feel like I got a lot of stuff done. And so I haven't been able to really harass Taylor as much as I would generally harass her because I also have a lot of stuff to do too. So she kind of looked up with that. She looked up. I'm glad you shared my breakfast. I'm bad about eating breakfast because I just breakfast this weekend. Yes. Breakfast is very, very important. And I be needing the energy. And I feel like sometimes I don't eat breakfast and that's what makes me get even more tired. Like before time, I don't have the energy to do what I need to do. So I definitely think that breakfast is necessary. And it gets your metabolism going pretty early. That's very good. Drinking more water. That's not on my goal list right now, but I have been drinking more water or making sure that I'm drinking more water for certain. Yes. Thank you, Blue. Yes, please remember to give us a like. If this is your first time here and you're in the bushes, hey, welcome. Make sure to subscribe too. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do for the 4th. Take her some food. But I'll go up on the 5th. Hey, Karen D. No worries. Thank you for being here. It's all good. So Barb said that she gets up 5 a.m. every morning. I usually get up 5:30. 5:30, 5:45 I usually get up. And for the summer, I try to sleep in until after 6, but it does not work. It doesn't work for me at all. But she says after feeding the animals, she needs breakfast, or by noon, her energy level plummets. So that's me. That's me. And being home, I think when I'm out, when I'm at the school or whatever, I know that I can't just go and lay down and go to sleep any place, But being home and that happens, my bed is right here. So, I'm tired. Oh, let me go in the bed now. And so I can't do that. And I felt it yesterday. That's why I wrote it down. You need to make sure you get breakfast every day. Even though now I have half the sandwich from this morning that I'm gonna eat tomorrow. But yesterday I was I'm just gonna go hop back in the bed. That's not good. That's not good at all. And I started back taking my vitamins. That's another thing. I hadn't taken my vitamins in maybe 2 weeks. So I started back taking my vitamins too. Hey Denise. Welcome. Hey Marta. Welcome in. See, that's what. So Barb said, every time I run my Pro Color printers, I think about the issues with your printers for trees. I run mine almost every day. I've never gone more than a couple of days of running the printers. And Barb, this is why I tell people my printer's down, I have to fix it, or I have, that's why I showed the clog, I showed the ink in it, because if I can stress out, and I was printing a lot, and then there were times you already know when I had my surgery, I kind of stopped production of anything, and so it sat there for a while. But this is why I tell everybody all the time, I'm working on the printer. I gotta get the printer set up. I gotta get the printer fixed, or my lines are clogged. because I want everybody to know that this is legit. Like this will happen if you don't use your printers. If you don't use your printers, especially your DTF printers, this is what happens, and then you can't use it because it's not going to print the way that you want it to print. Now I could print out in color. The color is flowing just fine. It's the white, but I need the white because I'm not really pressing onto white shirts. So I definitely need the white. So I want people to remember, like, you can come with it, the printer can have issues, but for the most part, it's really due to not using the printer when you start having clogs and things like that. So it's not the printer's fault. Physical therapy, nice. Marta, get out walking. So Karen D's goal. Don't forget, you guys can let me know what your goals are. So Karen D's goals, or her goal has been to get out walking 3 to 4 days a week. Last week, she was able to walk all 7 days. That's awesome. And already have my first 2 for this week. Been getting my gratitude journal done. Proud of myself. That is awesome, Karen D. That is so awesome. Congratulations on your accomplishments. Congratulations. That is awesome. There's like a lot of flooding going around. Let's see. Oh, y'all, Taylor tried to fix me. Hold on, I gotta see what she wants. Hold on. Give me 1 second. And I missed it. She told me not to miss her calls. Yo, she called me by mistake. It was like a butt dial type of call. She didn't even mean to call me. Taylor. Girl, what are you doing? On for a walk? You ain't no good. Huh? Where are you going? What am I doing? Yeah, where are you going? Nowhere. Oh, you just walking? All right, well, I'll call you back. I'll call you when I get off live. I love you. Huh? I said, I'll call you when I get off live. I love you. Okay. Bye, love you. Bye. She didn't even call me, y'all. What the heck is that? I'm so excited. Like, oh my God, Tina called me. By mistake. By mistake. That's a hot mess. It is not right at all. Hey, Donzel says he's a 5 a.m. person too. Hey, Geneva Coleman, welcome. Oh, a 4 a.m. person. Oh, Miss Sharon Davenport, girl, you really get up early. That's really early for me. Now I can do like 5:30 is my time. 5:30, my body gets up at 5:30. But I do try to push it until after 6 for the summer. I try. Come on. Oh. So you get up 5:30, but you want to get up a little bit earlier than that. Oh. Chase, I know. Like so a lot of the newer technology, they kind of say like, you don't have to do so many print heads, but I don't know. I still think you have to do that. You have to you have to print from it, like in order to get the usage out of it that you should get, y'all. So I think right here where the one of the wheels was, I think that's part of my problem there too. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm not gonna waste this. I'm like, just cut it over. Nope, I'm not. So I may do a members only live and you can chat and do this tomorrow, maybe, possibly. Let's see. Hey, Jesse. It's the printing daily that you just have to do. Marissa, you're so correct. Just made my night, even though it was a missed call. And then it made my night to see that she was out and about and enjoying, her life. She's just walking. She had her beats on and she was just walking. So I don't know if she was like going to one of the dining halls or if she was just headed out to, because I told her, like, get out. Like, don't be like your mama. And when I say don't be like your mama, she knows exactly what I mean. Like, don't just stay in one spot. Like, I don't have to go anywhere and I'll be fine. And so she's like, yep, I'm not gonna be like you, don't worry. I'm going to go out. But I did have to talk with her as far as like just like safety and things like that. And I did tell her, like, people make mistakes and things happen, but you have to own those mistakes and, learn from them and don't put yourself in a situation that you really can't get yourself out of. And don't forget that mama is always on call. Always on call. No matter the time, no matter the day. I will get there. So I'm like, don't ever forget. You can call me for anything. If it's in the middle of the night, I will come there. You can call for any excuse, any reason. It doesn't matter. I don't care what it is. So, and that's kind of always been like my thing like that. I told her, like, listen, you need me to pick you up from someplace? I don't care. I won't ask you any questions until later. I'm gonna ask questions. I'm gonna ask questions, but I'll give you some time if you're having a situation. But just know you're gonna have to answer some questions. So I know it's worked out pretty good for us. Hold on, y'all. I need to check something really quick. BRB. All right, it's going good. It's going good. It's going great. All right, let's see what I missed. Hey, Miss Cheryl. Listen while I was at work. Forget the last video. Leave it. Thinking, okay. Oh, hey, Miss Cheryl. Deborah's goals for this week, or for now, is complete her last 2 orders before her surgery. So far, so good, but Cricut has been shutting off when I do at least 3 designs. How old is your Cricut? Is it a fairly new Cricut? So sometimes when I do print and cut lately, and I haven't used it, I'm gonna use it this week, the Cricut, for a print and cut. But sometimes I'll get that red light and then it won't, like, it'll just stop, and then I'll have to redo everything again. So I don't know what that's about. And that's the Maker 3 that keeps happening to me. And then, it'll work fine after that. And then probably like you, Deborah, like after so many cuts, it starts to do the same thing over and over again. So I don't know. It's really weird. Really weird. Or maybe I'll use a Krieger, or maybe I'll just use Romeo, which is probably what I'm gonna end up doing anyway. Is using Romeo. Let's see. Okay, so early. Let's see. Smart tab. You ever have a problem being able to see it open? Trying to open and see it's waiting to connection. No, I haven't had any problems with Leonardo opening. Do you have the latest one? Like try. I would maybe try uploading or not uploading, downloading the software again, maybe Marta, and see if that will help you. So you can download the software from the Caesar website, but I would just go ahead and just re-download the software and see. Maybe there's an update available, or maybe something's just really weird with the software right now. And sometimes that does happen. Like sometimes they do have different things that they have to fix and troubleshoot. So I would do that. Try re-downloading it, and then try opening it again like that. Let us know if you get a chance to do it. But I would do that because I haven't had any issues. I have the latest version of it downloaded on there. Now, do you have a Mac or a PC? Because I do find that with my MacBook, I have more issues with the software than I do on the PC. So I don't know. They have a Mac version of it, but I just don't think it's as good as the PC version. Because I have had issues with the Mac version of it. So it's not all that Apple friendly, the software. At least in my opinion. It's not. So I also use the plastic that this comes in sometimes to help me remove some of those dots when it's too many dots on there. And the plastic works pretty good. Like this one did not cut a lot at all. But it's gonna be fine. It's fine. The dots are fine. Hey Evie. Happy Monday. Hey Stacy A Bear. Add something to it to stop it from coagulating. You would think, and even though I have like the white toner, first of all, my white toner can only do like 8.5 by 11. So that's not all that great. Now I could print something that's like 10 and a half, 10 and 3/4 inches wide, but it just can't be that much longer, which is not bad because most designs you're printing out, depending on the size shirt, like anything like large and under, that would work perfectly fine, right? And depending on like you may be doing some left chest logos in DTF or white toner, that would work fine. Hats, that would work fine, right? But some of them, like I just want to do, like I want to print out 30 of them at one time, and I can just put it in the DTF printer and it'll keep going. With the white toner, it's just a little more hands-on, at least in my opinion, if you don't have the shaker and the oven combo with the DTF. Now, if you don't have that, then you are going to be spending a little bit of time doing that. But with the shaker combo and the shaker and oven combo, it kind of just goes, it does what it needs to do. You don't have to touch it until you're ready to cut it off of the roll and press it, right? But with the white toner, like I'm going to be loading the film inside of the machine for every single print. So that's the one thing that's just like, but I do like the DTF prints better. I do. So I'm gonna do a comparison. I do have but I'm not gonna be able to really do that until these are all done. That's it. Until all the boxes are done. We're going wrong and not. I agree. It's true. It's true. It's not good at all. Uh-oh. So if you guys see, like, I put it on the plastic that it comes in. I should have had it down, but I put it on the plastic. And so it takes away some of the dots for me. And then I just throw this in the garbage. I don't need it. But that's another way that I get the dots off too. When it's like a lot like that. Yes. 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 Thank you, Deborah. But Cricut is not doing, they need to do a little bit better. I think they need to develop they need to have some focus groups and things like that and talk to like a wide range of people who use their actual customers that actually use the machine. They really need to, because it's not good at all. And then there's so many different cutters out here now. And it's just, at one point they were dominating the market, That's not the case anymore. That is not the case. But they had the opportunity to kind of be that company that everybody goes to. I still think that they're still that company that most people go to because the name is out there a little bit more. But yeah, it's unfortunate because I got my start with Cricut. Like that was my first craft cutter, was my Cricut Maker, and that machine is still going, and that machine has to be like maybe 7 years old now. I think it's 7 years old. I think it's like 7 years old now. The Cricut, my original Cricut Maker, and that Cricut Maker sits on my desk now. It wasn't a craft room at the school, but now it sits on my desk inside of my classroom. And whenever I need to get it going, she works just fine. That Cricut machine, y'all know I name my Cricuts. All of my machines have a name. So my original Cricut is Cricketia. And then the Maker 3, well, the Maker 3 that I actually use, because I have a few Maker 3s, but the one that like you guys see the most that I use, that machine is Alfie. Well, his name is Alpha, because like I just said, like Cricut was my very first cutter. And it's like where I started with, like that was my first video on this channel, was a Cricut video. So that's how I ended up on YouTube, because of my Cricut Maker 3. I was showing a friend how to do something. So they have a special place in my little heart. But they gotta do better. They do. It's just not good. Too many problems. Evie's shipping out orders. We're cutting on Romeo. My bling box is out. No, this week the bling boxes go out. I did not say the bling boxes were all sent out. Maybe that was for June, for the June box. I'm doing the July box. All the bling boxes are not out. I'm cutting the templates out. I was cutting the templates out last week when I left. I'm still cutting the templates out now. But no. That's what I'm cutting. I'm cutting out more templates. The deadline for them to be out is this week. This is my bling box week, which is always the last week of the month. Yep, me too. Okay, Stacey A. Bear. Stacey A. Bear said she doesn't know what we're talking about because her X42 has been the real MVP. She said her Explorer 2 has been the real MVP. One of my Explorer 2, not my Explorer 2, one of my Explorer 3s died on me after like 3 months. And the replacement one has been working fine. But the same thing happened with my Maker 3. Like my very first Maker 3, it went out on me after like 3 months. And then the replacement is still going fine. Even though now the replacement is giving me like that red light when I do print and cut. It's giving me that red light. So, I mean, I don't know. I know you can't, you're bound to have defective machines, you know, just because of they're produced. Sometimes they may pass the quality control or quality inspection, and then they may, you know, still have issues. But I have experienced a few Cricuts that have not done it well. A few of them. Trying to stack the Explorer on top of the Maker. Nice. I had to explore. Had to explore the kid as a gift, but now I'm keeping it. Okay. To have them all going at the same time, right? Have y'all ever seen when people have like 10 Cricuts or 10 silhouettes and they're all cutting at the same time? Putting in a lot of work. Karen D, me too. I would have the solo out. The Cricut isn't one that I usually cut the flock with when I'm doing the bling boxes, only because it's like I don't have to be so hands-on with the Romeo and the Starcraft, and I don't have to worry about trying to load it on a mat. If I had to load this flock on a mat for the amount of bling boxes that I have to send out, it just wouldn't happen. It just like I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't be able to do that and be happy about it. So yeah, no, I can't do it. So it just works better for me to be able to do it this way. And then I'm happier. Oh. So Marta said it works great on your Mac Pro, but not on your PC. That's because it's always like so you know how when you go to like zoom in and zoom out and stuff like that. I find on my MacBook Pro like I always have an issue, and then also like I don't have the shortcuts. So with the regular PC, you have the shortcuts that you could do. Like I don't know what the shortcuts are for the MacBook with the Leonardo, but it's perfectly fine because y'all see like this. This is why I like I love the Romeo. Like as soon as I turn it on, all I have to do is load the material and press the go button or press the little play button. I don't have to do much of it. I don't have to do anything else. Like I don't even have to have Leonardo open so that this could just repeat the same project and keep cutting. So that's one thing that I really do like about the Romeo. The same thing applies to the Starcraft. Like the Starcraft is the same way. Like I don't have to re-upload the design and the software and all that stuff. As long as it's the last thing that I worked on, it automatically picks it up. So this one I didn't have many left behind. So this one peeled off pretty good. I do like to rip it off. Ripping it off for the most part will leave my block dots behind, but it's still this cut. Like I keep getting that tab on here where it's like I gotta pull it off. Go there just fine. Y'all, it was in the news, but so a few of our kids at our school, I don't know where, like, I don't know. let's just say they have like a lot of legal problems right now. And like to be so young and to have your whole life ahead of you. I don't know. And I know a lot of things are like environmental, but I was talking with a friend today and I'm like, what part do you say like I know that it's environmental, but like how do you we were talking about some adults, like how do you go past that and be something different than what your environment has showed you? Like it's like I know everybody can't do that. I mean, you do whatever you want to do, but everybody doesn't have the resources to really do that. But like as an adult, like how long you gonna blame your mama? Sorry, y'all. You can't. Like, how long you blame your mama? You can't. Like, you're 55 years old and you still blame your mama. I understand that trauma happens. I do. I understand that trauma happens. Trauma has happened to me before. I understand. But you have to like figure it out. I'm just telling you, that's our thing. Like you have to figure it out. Like I get it. Like I understand. I understand that everybody's past is different. And what you've been through, it's different. But I don't know. I've always had a thing to where I just was not going to be defined by my surroundings, anything that has happened to me. Like I've always, and I know everybody doesn't have that same thing. My friend always tells me like, you know how people say like, don't expect you from other people. That is a true thing, and you have to let people where they are, but you can't expect you and what you would do from other people. That's one of the hardest things that I find sometimes. But I've kind of learned a little bit, but even I still fail at that a lot. And sometimes like my feelings may get hurt a little more because I'm expecting somebody to do something that I would do. And that's not really fair to them because they have to be free to be who they are. And you be fine with being who you are. Just don't let nobody change you. And that's kind of hard too sometimes. But all I know is that while I was I gotta see how I'm gonna kill this. At orientation with Taylor, I had so much to be thankful for, y'all. Y'all just have no idea. Like I had so much to be thankful for. Hold on, feelings go one way. So I have to pull it in a certain direction for my dots to come out. So if y'all just got here, I'm using the plastic to remove some of these dots that were left behind. Let me see what y'all saying. Oh. The one thing I do like is that I can go back and forth from my MacBook Pro to my iMac with the mouse with either mouse. So I do like that. Hi. What did I miss? Because y'all know I'm so far behind as always. So Deborah Browning, no, I'm not using a Mac. So all I do is in Leonardo, I'll change the cutting mat size. So let's say if I want to print out, right now I'm only doing this in 2s, but let's say if I wanted to print out 10 of these. So I'm just going to let the machine know that I have, or let the software know that my cutting mat is going to be 12 by 300 or whatever. And I'm going to put the designs on it. Maybe tomorrow night I'll show how I set this up to have it print or something like that. Because I don't really have anything planned for tomorrow night. So maybe I'll just show something like that, like how to do like a cutting gang sheet or whatever with the Romeo. But you just change your mat size in the software and you just put all of the different things that you're going to put, like all the different things that you need to cut, and then it'll cut it. And you just click send to cutter. So it'll do that. Now, sometimes I have experience where it may be like too large. The file is probably like this too large. And so it'll take a little bit of time for the machine to actually get started to do it because it's trying to read everything. But other than that, like I love this. There's no mat. I'm not using a mat. It's cutting matless, and it's just flowing through. So what you guys can't see is y'all see how the flock is going the length of the table. So I just have it going the length of the table, and it's in one of the cubbies, and then I just stretch it so that another thing, like when you're doing on like rolls like this, you don't want it to actually pull. You want it to be able to go through the machine more loosely and freely, because if it starts to pull, your cut is gonna be off. So that's kind of how that's going. So it's still on the roll. It's on the roll. Yes. She absolutely did pick wonderful colors. I loved it. And I like that color that you had, that hoodie color, Stacey Abear. I like that. That was very pretty. Very, very pretty. Shay Shay, I know you're my girl. And that's why you're my girl, Shay Shay. That's why. Yo, I tried a new flavor. So grape is my favorite flavor, or one of my favorites outside the sweet tea. But I haven't really been drinking the sweet tea one because I don't want it to make me want sweet tea. Right? So I don't want to overdo it. Like I had sweet tea. I had sweet tea while we were at the college. We went to dinner and I did get some sweet tea. And I didn't even drink all of it, but it was so good. And I don't want to be dependent on the sweet tea anymore. So I don't even want to be tricking myself thinking I'm drinking sweet tea. And I'm like, oh, I need me some real sweet tea now. But I got to go to Dunkin' every day and get me sweet tea. No, I don't want that. So I tried this new flavor. This is blueberry grape. It's okay. It's pretty good. It's not bad. Grape, I love the grape flavor. But yeah, just thought I would share that with y'all. Just thought I would share that. Yes. Yes. Aww. Appreciate applicators. I don't want to cut anymore. So we could do that. Like, Shay, which software do you use for embroidery? Like, do you digitize any of your stuff? Like, which software do you use? And Shay. So my hands have been busy all day. Like, I've been super, super busy. But I did see your blanket. That's your blanket for your grandson, right? I did see it. I thought it looked great. I thought it looked amazing. I loved it. But you said that, did you try to wash it? Somebody made a suggestion like to try to wash it and see if it softens up a little bit after that. But I thought it looked really good. I thought it looked really good. Oh, maybe I pulled it off the wrong way, y'all. Let me try it again. Some of them came off, but not enough for me to be happy about it. Okay. So your replacement isn't working. Denise, they need to do better. Martha. So my plan today was to listen. So this is I usually sometimes I'll do audiobooks, but for the most part I like to do I just like to have a hard copy of a book. But today my plan was to listen to the audiobook while I worked. But I didn't because I started listening to like a lot of the true crime channels. I found this new true crime channel that I really like. And let me tell you what the name of it is. He tells stories really, really good. Like really good. Me content. My Evil Intentions. I love Evil Intentions. So this guy's channel is called Crime Zone, and I like. I really like how he tells the story. Like one thing for me is like I like when like the people who are telling the story, like you can tell like they really, you know, they really looked into it. Like they're not just telling you something that they saw from somebody else. So it's called Crime Zone. All right. I got most of the ones that I could get out. All right. But I do have a few more that I need to get out of here. Let me see. Yes. Yes. Okay, we're not gonna talk about the book. But hopefully, y'all, hopefully Delonda will get this book club started. Because I think I think it would be great. I know she already has her other book club, her in-person book club, but maybe we could do like a virtual book club and talk about the book, come up with different books to read, that sort of thing. So that may be something that's in the works. So be on the lookout for it. Just As I Am. Nice. I haven't read Just As I Am. I should read that one too. I've heard good things about it. Yes. Shay Shay, you better be able to laugh. You were in Delonda's live. You better be able to laugh. Good. Hey, Bridget Porter. Anybody that I missed, I'm sorry. Hey, y'all. Deborah Browning. Generally, I'm going to put my sparkling water in here. Generally, like usually that's what I'm going to do. But I haven't been doing it because I've been having like super bad like gas and acid reflux. Like a lot has been going on. So I haven't been putting, but usually that's how I will be drinking this. But I can't right now. So I'm just stuck with water. But it's good. Oh, that was a gift, Shay Shay? That was a nice gift. I liked it. Did you watch it? That was nice. I thought it looked really good. And anybody who gets that as a gift, they're going to love it. In fact, if you don't want them to even use it, they ain't gotta use it. Put it in a shadow box, fold it up really nicely, put some other like baby things inside of it. Like if you feel like it's still like it can still be given as a gift. If you feel like you don't want to give it because it's too hard, if it doesn't soften up, but you can that could be like a keepsake. So it's a win-win either way. That's what I would do. And 11. That's what I thought. I was like, okay. I thought it was her grandbaby. Oh my goodness, Felicia. I love Black Girl Gone True Crime. I love her voice is just very, very soothing when she's telling the story. It's very, very soothing. Um and but honestly, like a lot of the people, and I know like this is what they do, but they put so much time and care into delivering these stories. And a lot, like I can sense like from a lot of them that they're all in. And that's like it just keeps you going. Like it just keeps you looking at the stories and stuff like that. Or listening to the stories if you do the podcast or whatever you prefer to do. Like Annie has like a podcast and then she has her YouTube channel. Same thing for Black Girl Gone. Like a lot of them have podcasts too. Mylene, hey Mylene. Mylene said the book is on sale at Target. Somebody else said the book was on sale where? On Kindle for 99 cents, the first one? I think the first one was on sale for 99 cents. Oh, that's good. No worries, Renee. He needs some entertainment too while you're over here on YouTube. He needs to have some entertainment. And that's gonna be on Hulu. Oh my goodness, y'all. Did anybody see there was like a documentary on Netflix? It's called Tell Them You Love Me. Did anybody watch that? Y'all know I had to watch it because it dealt with my population. It dealt with my population. I won't tell too much of it, but let me know if you guys saw it. It was just it was a lot. I mean, I had so many questions, but I also feel like for people who have kids with disabilities, like it's so hard for you to trust people, especially when you have a child that's nonverbal. And when we say nonverbal, it doesn't mean that they can't communicate, but they just can't express themselves by speech. But they may have other ways to communicate. It could be eye gestures, it could be hand signals, it could be pointing, it could be different things. Like a lot of the kids at our school who are nonverbal, they have assistive technology. And so this kind of touched on facilitated communication, meaning where you had somebody who was kind of doing in special education, we have things called like it's hand over hand. So if you're doing hand over hand, you may be holding, like the student may be holding the pen or pencil, but the facilitator or the teacher or the paraprofessional maybe, or the speech, whoever it is, they may be holding the student's hands to help guide them right. So that would be like facilitated communication. And so, but you're facilitating the communication. So I was just amazed at the part where like, and I know like a lot of the families, like you really want, the best for your kids. But I was kind of concerned with the fact that, so he had been in school, right? And while he was in school, I don't even want to tell you guys the story. Let me see if you guys saw it. But my question was that, like, how did the family think that he had, or he was able to communicate so quickly? Or like he was reading these college level novels and writing, even though the essays weren't grammatically all that correct, but he was writing responses to essay questions. Like how, like the family, like that was my question. Like you guys didn't question that. Like after meeting this lady who was she was the facilitator. Like she helped him with the facilitated communication. She was a professor or something. I can't even remember. But like that would have, like my first question was like, dang, when I was watching it before I knew the whole story. While I was watching, I was like, dang, he picked that up real quick. Like whatever she was doing, I understand that he had been through school all this time, but the classes, the special education classes inside of public schools, like they're not teaching college level things. Like they're not teaching what an essay is. Like they're not in a special education class. They're not in one where most of the students aren't reading. You're mostly teaching them things that they need to survive. things like reading signs, doing things like that. Like, and so I was just amazed at first. I'm like, oh my goodness. So like he was able to just y'all, if you did not see that, let me scroll down to see what y'all said. If y'all did not see that, please watch it tonight. It is called Tell Them You Love Me. Oh, I gotta do the Midnight Library too. I gotta do the Midnight Library. I have that on my list. There's a book series by Lisa Gardner, The FBI Profiler. I might like that. I love stuff like that. So Renee, originally we were talking about The Housemaid, but then I started talking about this Netflix. Hold on, let me put this back. Let me start this back up. Then I started talking about this Netflix documentary called Tell Them You Love Me. Cut. It looked like I was a little bit off, but okay, no, we're all good. All right, well, I just gotta get this back started, and then I'm coming back over. My block started swaying to the side a little bit. All right. Is it time for me to go, y'all? It may be time. Let's see what time is it. It's almost time for me to go. I want to get ready to call or to Skype with the people in Alibaba. And not Alibaba, Pro Color. Okay. I gotta look into that book. Yeah, like that. Okay, so fetal alcohol syndrome disorder, often misdiagnosed and never get the services they need. So sad. That there's a lot. So there's a lot of individuals who are misdiagnosed all the time, and those misdiagnoses can cause like even more setbacks for individuals with disabilities. So I see it all the time, especially in the school system. I see it all the time. I see a lot to where parents don't, they're in denial and they don't want to say that their child has a disability. And I see it a lot where the child doesn't get services because the parent is saying, no, there's nothing wrong with them. And then maybe years later, they're saying, no, I think something's going on. But even if you suspect it, like it doesn't hurt to have like an evaluation done. For anybody out there, if you feel like your child has like a disability, you can get them evaluated through the school system. You can do your own independent evaluations, but you can definitely get it done through the school system. Even students who are in private schools, they can come whenever it's time for them to get a reevaluation or anything for any of their services that they should be getting. They can come through the school system, the public school system, and get it done. So it's kind of difficult sometimes. Like just, having those types of talks with parents, and you never tell a parent, oh, something's wrong with your child. No, like, okay, what are you noticing? You may say, have you noticed this at home? This is what we're seeing. Those types of things. And you just kind of take notes. Like a lot of it is data. A lot of it is like you taking notes. Okay, this child is acting this way in my class. Or you send a data sheet with home with the parent. Can you just let me know how many times this happens? Or, let us know what you see. Like that happens a lot. Believe it or not, in working in high school, I get a few new cases every year. And I'm not talking about, something mild, like, and it's so sad because that means that this child has gone through their entire school career, especially once it gets to 10th, 11th grade. They've gone through their entire schooling, and they've just been pushed through and did not receive their services. And it's very important. It's very, very, very important. So out just a little bit. Jesse, I did the blade out a little bit earlier because I had to clean it because it was kind of gummy a little bit. And I did adjust it a little bit. So I don't know if that helped or hurt. But I adjusted a little bit. I cleaned it up. I don't know. I don't know. So far I have 60 of them done. So we should be good. I have 60. I have another 60 done, and then I have 10 more over here. And then I have maybe so that would be good because I just need 40 more. Like I have to do 40 more on the backing. So I have 60 over on the backing. Y'all see right there by the machine? You see that pile that's piling up right there? That's 60 templates. And then I just have 40 more to do. So actually now I just have like 38 that I have here. So I should be finished with this. I should be finished with these templates tomorrow. So that way when Fifi comes, she can start assembling the boxes and stuff. The candles are all done. I have the drink. The drink for this month is gonna be some sweet tea. I found this organic tea company. And so I'm excited to. I haven't even tried it yet. That's how like not even tea crazy I am right now. I haven't even tried it, but I do plan on having some when we do the live. My nephew communicates by hand on computer. So that's what we kind of use like assistive technology. Like some of them have, like some of my students have. I say they're my students. Technically on paper, they're not my kids, but they were my kids before. And so I spend a lot of time with them still. But they have their devices, like the public system gives them assistive technology, and so that has like communication programs on it so that they can do their own communication. And this really isn't facilitated communication like how the documentary we're talking about is not really facilitated communication. They do get educated on how to use the machine, like and a lot of it is symbol based, so they'll be able to pick out the symbols or pictures to express what they need to say. And a lot of that comes from the speech and language pathologist. They will go over it with them. The classroom teacher will do it with them. But them pressing the prompts, that's 100% them. That's 100% them doing. I was trying to remember if I did something with the machine and I did it, but that's 100% what they do. So the teacher doesn't, like, once they know it, they have it. They can take it home with them and use it at home. They can also use it in their classroom with their teachers if they want to do prompts. We also have like buttons where like yes and no buttons, or just do you want to go to the bathroom, or you do yes, or do you need attention, or you need something like that. Like we have stuff like that too that we give to them. Rosetta, you gotta rewatch it. It was really, really interesting. Like really, I just did not see where he they believed that he was able to learn that so quick. Like she had signed him up for college classes. Like not the mama, but the facilitator. She had signed him up for college classes, and he was. And I just didn't. I didn't. It was it's a sick story. It's a sick story. Like really sick. Let's see what Martha says. I'll be working with highly special needs kiddos this year. I work with kids in an inclusion setting, but this will be a whole new world for me. So you're going to be in like a self-contained class, Martha? Are you going to be in a self-contained class? You're going to love it. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. So I love what I do now, being a support facilitator and working with students with learning disabilities. But there was nothing more. I don't know even how to describe it. Like that's why I can't. Like I spent a lot of time in the self-contained classes. Like I still, even my kids, like my gen ed kids who are out there, like you go into special ed classes because they see me go in there and they see me in there, they come in there too. But then what I love the most about it is that like my gen ed students, they go into the classes, but they get to know the students in there. They get to know the students in there. They, if they see them in PE, they're gonna be playing basketball with them in PE. Like they're gonna talk to them in PE. Like it's so like I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. That's part of the reason too why my kids, especially like my gen ed kids, could probably get me to do anything because they don't see the disability. Like they, and if they see something happen to one of the kids and we don't see it, they're on top of it. They're going to say something. Like one time, like one of the kids in the bathroom, like so a lot of the kids, like we try to make sure that they're being a part of the whole school. So some of the kids who are capable of going to the bathroom by themselves, they can go to the bathroom, like not the bathroom where the other kids who may need a little more assistance, like the diapering and things like that. Not that bathroom. Like they can go to the actual regular bathroom, and because that's how it's supposed to be. So one time something happened in the bathroom where one of the kids was like taking a picture, like one of my kids who be at my hip just happened to be in the bathroom, immediately came out and said, "Hey, this happened. I said something to them, but they were in here doing whatever." And so, sure enough, like we had to call them down to the office. They had to get the phone, all that. The parents called, everything. So when I like my kids look out for my other kids, like they look out for them. So they can get anything they want from me. They really can. They really and truly can. But Martha, I think you're gonna love it. You're going to love it. It is really, really interesting. It is really, Miss Linda Gray, I love it. I love it. I love it. I really enjoy reading it. So can't wait for our discussion because we're gonna have a discussion on that. The one that's gonna set that. The one will be like, Patricia, shut up and stop saying that. I'm gonna set it up. The one that's gonna set that up for us. It is hard to put it down. But the second one, I started reading it. I started listening to it in the car on the drive, but then my mom was just like all over the place. So I need to get back on it. I need to get back on it. What time is it? 8:02. I'm waiting until like 8:30. Let me see if they're. I could do that on Skype. I'm gonna do Skype really quick to see. Um. mm. Let me see. Let me see. I need to do Skype. Let me see if they're. I'm just gonna see if anybody is there now. Hey, I received my new parts. New parts. And I'm ready to set it up. I may be up for a while. But it'll be fine because at least I'll probably end up finishing all these templates out tonight. So that'll be a good thing. Yes, Diane, read it. Is it through group chat or are you actually talking and have video going? So it depends. It depends. Like once this one, I'm just sending it to Charles and to this other guy who usually will help me. And then sometimes it's video, sometimes it's me. Like for the most part, because there is a language barrier, and that's why I keep asking them, like, when are you guys gonna get somebody in the US like to do this? Because the time difference and the language barrier, sometimes that could be an issue. So usually sometimes it may be somebody who could do it. The guy who I usually deal with, he can't do Skype with me and talk to me. But in English, he can do Skype. But there is one person who will come on and talk with me in English. So I can do video. Sometimes it's through just texting. Sometimes they'll send me through a live video, or sometimes they'll send me a video that they record and send it to me to show me like the steps to do. But a lot of times it can take a while. It can take a while. And they're in high school. It's Maryland. It's the saddest when it's in high school. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. Because the kids are, at this age, like the kids pretty much, they don't want to be bothered with whatever you try to tell them. And I really believe sometimes like it's a failure of the school system, honestly. Like I understand that you have, the parents, no. When you're dealing, when you have parents, a lot of the times what I've realized is that in some of the cases, some things are going on at home too with the families, right? And so I already work the type of area that I work in. Like some of them, they just don't know, right? Or maybe they may be at a similar level as the kids, so they don't know that maybe something's wrong. So it's just, it's unfortunate a lot of the time. It's unfortunate. It really and truly is. It really, 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 really is. I am gonna wait to see if they respond whenever they respond back. I know it's a little bit early on the earlier side for them, but I'm gonna wait and see. Usually it's like about 9, but sometimes they get in a little bit earlier. And I was gonna do it last night, but I didn't. I didn't do it last night. I should have. I didn't do it. Not red. Romeo and Juliet is the size. Mylene is 100% the size. That's pretty much the only difference with the Juliet and Romeo. It's just the size. Juliet, I think, is 13 inches, 12, 13 inches that it could cut. Romeo is a 24-inch cutter. Other than that, the functions are the same. The speed, everything is pretty much the same. So you don't have to, if you don't need a large cutter like that, you don't need it, because Juliet can still get a lot done. You can cut matless. Now there's some things, like I know I tell you guys all the time, like I'm cutting matless. Like I'm gonna put my vinyl in matless. Some print and cuts I'm gonna put in matless. Like I'm just gonna put everything in matless. But there are some things that you do need a mat to cut with. So just know that you do. But for the most part, like stuff like this, I'm just gonna cut it mat. As y'all see, I just keep it going. Hey, Radiant Rose. Welcome. We're eating breakfast. Renee said that she usually read while eating breakfast and lunch when I can't fall asleep at night. Me too. I'm a pretty fast reader, and that's one thing. Like that's not that I don't like, but I don't like it because I finish the books too fast, and then I'm always like looking for more. Always looking for more. So that's one thing that I don't like, but y'all know what I mean. All right, I'm just getting 3. So these are some of the templates that I have over here already. And then I'm just doing my countdown right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. And then I have even more right here. So I just want to make sure that these are ready because Terrell has to pick up his for his box tomorrow. He came and picked up the stone space so that he could separate them, but he has to come by and pick up for his box, and then Thea's gonna need the rest of the ones for my boxes. So we'll see. Thank you, Diane. Yes, please hit the thumbs up button. Thank you for being here and hanging out with me, y'all. I know this was like not really planned. I'm not really doing anything fun or talking about anything fun. Only thing we talked about was figuring it out. And I did tell you guys, if you weren't here in the beginning, I do just want to thank you guys for being so supportive of me and my channel and everything that I have going on. I often hear from you guys, like, stories of how much we mean to y'all, but just know that, like, you guys mean so much to us too. If you guys weren't here watching us and supporting us and everything we have going on, we wouldn't be here. So I do want you guys to know that when I say that I love you guys, I don't just mean that I love you all and that's it. Like, I legitimately love you guys. I'm thankful for you guys, and I really, really appreciate you guys. So those are we talked about our goals. I'm gonna do my Peloton. I only really have 2 goals outside of getting all the boxes out this week and everything with the bling box done. My goals are, so for every day, I'm gonna do it Monday through Saturday. Sunday may be my rest day for now, but Monday through Saturday, my plan is to get on my Peloton for 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes in the evening. So I may hop off before they respond back and go, because once they respond, I'm not going to be able to do it because I'm going to be in here. So I'm going to do 30 minutes on my Peloton in the morning, 30 minutes on my Peloton in the evening or afternoon. And then I'm also going to eat breakfast every day, because I think that my energy has been kind of a little bit low because I have not been eating breakfast. So I'm going to eat breakfast. I started these goals. I already started them today. I knew what I wanted them to be yesterday. I do have a planner coming so that I can kind of itemize my goals a little bit better by day and by, from 8 to 10. This is my goal to be doing this. Now, am I going to meet all of that? I don't know, but I am going to pretty much highlight or asterisk the parts that are very important, like the priority goals for those days. But I think that I need to do that so that I can get a little bit back on track mentally. That's going to help me a lot better too. And just so I can get back on track, because that's my goal. Like, my ultimate goal is for me to get back on track. And what does being on track look like? I don't even know what being on track looks like, but I do know that I need to get back on track. Like, I've just kind of been a hot mess lately. So I do that. I read the Bible from front and back every few years. I do it. Every few years I'll read from the rooter to the tutor. Delonda. I didn't say it right. I said it wrong. It has to be from the rooter to the tutor, not the rooter to the tutor. Never mind. I need to get me a device so I can just press the button and then it'll say it for me. How about that? In your voice, though. In your voice. So where I can read and not be interrupted. Miss Sharon Davenport, girl. I think that was my problem for the car ride. Like, I kept being interrupted. Yeah, I think that was it. So, okay, but some have mental issues as well. Yes. Oh, so you have 90% are wheelchair students in wheelchairs. I think it's still gonna be fine. I haven't had a class, like when I did teach a self-contained classroom, I've had the most wheelchair students in wheelchairs that I've had in one class was 2. And then I did it at like 2, and then usually what I get, like, they have different, like, sometimes depending on your school and what your settings is, like, the classes may look a little bit different. But I've only had, the max was 2. And then the last year that I was teaching a self-contained class, I had 1 student in a wheelchair, but this student, we were virtual. And so when it was time for me to go back into the class, like when we actually went back to the school, and then all of my kids stayed home. And if y'all want to see that, go back and look at some of the older videos. Like, all of my kids stayed home. But the following year, when everybody had to return back, even the students, I was out of the classroom by then. I was doing support facilitation. Later, Jesse. Second half is better than the first half. Okay, so I need to get past that first half then. Hey, Tianda. That's one, but it was some of the reasons to with all the support groups and research. She's a very good program school now, but we had to go out. You know, see, in our district, we have a lot of support. At least I think, but I also think that parents have to be super informed and educated when it comes to this. So, and it's almost like you're not going to be told something until you bring it up. So I don't really like that, but you have to you just have to be informed. And if you go out of district, like a lot of times, like if let's say if your child needs something in our district, I think it's supposed to be like that in any other district too, because these are like federal laws. But if a child needs something and their support plan says that they need this, but our school can't provide that, then we are legally responsible and financially responsible too to make sure that that child gets what they need to get. So that's why I think in our district, our school district is huge. I don't know how big your school district is, Rondria. Like we have like the sixth, we used to be the fourth, but I think we're the sixth largest district in America. So we have a lot of different. It's just like when the pandemic happened, there were like a lot of kids who didn't get their speech services. So they had to give those kids, like they had to make up speech services for these kids because legally they're supposed to get it. They're supposed to get anything that's in their IEP, they're supposed to get it. Or you're gonna get sued, you're gonna go through due process. And if you don't have all your facts straight, and not making up facts and not making up data talking about you saw that kid and you know you didn't see that kid, or you talking about you saw the kid on the 3rd and then when they go back and look at the records, the student wasn't even in school on the 3rd. Oh, those families are going to get some money. They're going to get paid and they're going to get their services that they're supposed to get by law. So just know that when you have a child with special needs, it's not optional, it's not negotiable. I couldn't give them the services this day or that day. Okay, well, when did you make up the service? Because a lot of times we're getting federal money from that. Like a lot of students, all the students with disabilities, they're getting federal funds for services for us to be able to provide them with extra services. So the only problem is that the school system right now is so. Oh, there's not a lot, like a lot of teachers are leaving. And it's just, that's the hard part, but that's not the parents' problem and that's not the kids' problem. Even though we don't have like a lot of the manpower to do it, it's still not their problem. It's like, y'all gotta find a way to do it. Okay, well, if that's the case, then you can pay for it to be outsourced. That's what they will, that's just what I want. If I had a child with special needs, I would be a hot mess. Like I would be on top of everybody's head about everything. So you just got to make sure. Don't you? I have a student this year, and he was homeschooled he had been homeschooled up until this year. So he was coming into high school now, and he was, and when he came in, he was so grouchy. Like, I was like, to his mama, like, does he smell for anything? She was like, no. And like, there's a lot of different things going on with him. Y'all, he would never say anything to me, ever. And then I would still like talk to him. I would still bring him in, because super smart, but just like didn't want to be there. But his parents were concerned because he had been being homeschooled and doing virtual school. And they were super concerned about his socialization and just, his whole demeanor had changed and everything. Y'all, by the end of the first of all, by the maybe like midpoint of the year, and it took that much time, like right before Christmas break, he initiated conversation with me. Like I would usually go up to him and be like, so how was your weekend? And he'd be like, fine. Like it was literally to the point to one time where the principal went to give him DAP and he was just like, I don't want to do that. And he just kept walking. It's like he did not play. And so like he started initiating conversation with me and I called his mom and I was like, listen, let me just let you know that he talked to me today and I didn't have to talk to him. Like he actually initiated conversation with me. She started crying on the phone because I would keep her up to date because she was super worried about him coming into the school and everything like that. And she just didn't know, but she wanted him to be more social and everything. And when I told, because at first I was like, he's sitting on lunch by himself. I go up to him, when I see him in the cafeteria, I'll go sit by him and talk to him or whatever. I was like, he ain't paying me no attention. He swapped me away. Like, y'all, he started talking to me. And it was to the point till it's like, he's like, Miss Wilson. I was like, I didn't even know you know my name. I didn't even know you knew my name. But he just started flourishing. So like you just have to, as parents, just follow up. Even if you don't have a child with a disability, just follow up. Contact the teacher, send an email. Ask, how are they doing in the class? Like, if you guys need anything, like just something, but follow up because his mom, I left you a message. I said, you left me a message at 6:30 in the morning on my school phone. Girl, I don't report into anybody's school until 7:05. Even if I'm there at that time, I'm not answering the phone at 6 o'clock in the morning, not 6:30. They don't pay me to answer the phone that early. I used to answer the phone that early, but I learned my lesson. Just a mess. Is Delonda coming on at 8? Let me get ready to go. Delonda, are you coming on tonight? Let me get ready to go. Later, Lucille. I know I'm late. I know you're already gone. Let me see if Delonda's coming on at 8:30. It's 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Let me check my notifications because I'm about to get off here. Y'all, when I tell y'all, it's some weird people out here. Like weird. I feel a block about to come on right now. Okay, so I need to do. I'm checking to see if he has a planned live tonight. Because I didn't see. In 10 minutes. Oh, y'all, we have. This is perfect. Hey, Zelda. Hey, Sharon Jordan. We're about to get off all the time. That they are. Yes. And I tell my parents, nobody knows your child better than you. Nobody knows him better than you. Nobody. So, y'all, when I tell y'all, people are so strange. Like, so strange. It's somebody, like, that I knew before. I'm not saying that any of y'all are strange. Like, it's just weird. Okay, so I'm trying to look. Okay, let me see if I can find. Oh, let me see. Where's Crafting with Delonda? Crafting with Delonda Patrice. She needs to change her name to Crafting with Delonda Patrice. Because this is not working for me. Crafting with Delonda just. Why am I just crafting with Delonda Patrice? I don't see a schedule. Oh, she's gonna be in our Facebook group. That's where she's gonna be in her. It is Monday. She's gonna be in our Facebook group in 6 minutes. I'm like about to see like y'all go head over to our Facebook group too. If you guys need some more live fix, I'll be listening. I will be working on this printer. I'm gonna go try to get on the Peloton. So at least by 9, I'll come back in here and I'll start pedaling away. Put the pedal to the metal. That's what I'm gonna do. Awesome. Keisha, I love that one. I love that one. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get ready to go so I could do my Peloton and then start working on this printer. Delonda, I'm gonna be listening in from on Facebook. I may not be able to type because my hand's probably gonna have like some ink and stuff on it because I have to take. Let me show you what they sent me. I have to take it apart. So I know, like, once I start talking to them, I'm gonna have to take the printer apart because I have to put in. And they said I have to put in all 3, and then they sent me some new tubes. They sent me new tubes so that I could get it going. Did they send the right ones? Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna be doing tonight. So this may take me a while. It may take me a little minute to get this done, but I gotta get it done. I gotta get it done. So I know that I'm gonna be taking this printer apart tonight. Good night, Denzel. Parents don't realize that they are the best advocates. Yes. They don't. They don't realize it at all. And I'm always telling parents, like, you're welcome. Because parents like, thank you so much. Like, thank you so much. You know, it's a lot. Like, and I'm like, you're welcome, but that's our job. Like, that's what we're supposed to do. Like, I understand that you know, but it could be, no, we're supposed to do that. This is what we're supposed to do. Like, if we don't want to do it, then you need to find another profession. I told when I have my student teachers, that's what I'm like, how forgiving are you? Like, are you forgiving? Because if you're not forgiving, you might not want to be a teacher. If you can't forgive these kids, now the adults is something different. But if you can't forgive these kids, then you might want to do something different. Especially the students who have special needs. Find something else to do. Because you're not going to like it every day. Every day is not going to be fun. Every day you are not going to be making fun things and doing, like, no. There's a lot that comes along with it. So if you can't handle that, then you need to find something else to do. Yo, I'm missing one of my or maybe it's here. Let me see. Okay, maybe this is it. Or maybe not. Okay, maybe this is it. I thought I was missing parts of the template, but maybe I'm not. I think I'm good. All right, so I'm gonna go on my Peloton. I have like 30 something more of these to do, but it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Head to Facebook. If you're not in Delonda's Facebook group, it's Crafting with Delonda. And she goes live on Monday nights in Facebook. So yeah, no, Maryland, they have it. That's how I feel. They're probably not there just yet. Sometimes they get there early, sometimes no. But I am going to. Yeah, they haven't responded yet. But I'm gonna go and get on my Peloton for a few minutes, for 30 minutes, and then I'll head back in here. I'll be listening. Nope. Yes. Deborah, let me write that down. Multiple cuts, so I'll remember. Multiple cuts. And we'll do like a template of templates. We'll do that tomorrow. All right, that's going to be our plan with Romeo. Romeo. All right, y'all. I love you guys. Thank you guys so very much for being here. Thank you for being a support system for me and everybody else who visits this chat or the Crafting Things chat or the Making with Marilyn or the Baby's Booty or the Crafting with Yolanda or Angel B or and like just thank you guys so much for being a support system, not just to the people in the chat or the people watching from the bushes, but also to us who are behind the camera. So I appreciate you guys because even though I'm on this like I'm only the only person here in this room, honestly, it always feels like I'm in a room full of people when you guys are here and you're chatting. And I appreciate that so much. You have no idea. I know that I'm able to cope and deal with Taylor being away too, because God has placed us all here together. And you guys really help me to just like I have something to do. I have my mind is going. If I need to hop on and talk, I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate you guys for showing up whenever you can. Whenever you can. It's not mandatory that you're here. Like I'm not looking to see like that you're here, even with the bling boxes. If there's time where you like, you know what, I can't do this bling box because I got other responsibilities. Trust me. Trust me. I completely understand and I appreciate the fact that you guys are supporting me in any way. In any way. I love you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow night on Craftable Things. We're going to be doing a little bit with maybe Romeo cutting out multiples of the design and just showing you guys like how I set that up to do it. Okay. I love y'all and until next time. Later.